So Joe, tell me a little bit about affordability and the programs that you run, like the 2-1 buy down.
Yeah, sure. I think a little history is in need here. So builders have been using affordability forever, right? And people don't. You're about to see a market where you're starting to see seasonal depreciation, seasonal movement where we're reducing the cost of a house. Just it happens every year, right? I don't think you're going to see depreciation. I think you're going to see, because we've got a bunch of buyers that are on the fence. We're 4 million homes short this year in creation. We talked about that a while ago, right? But a 2-1 buy down, if you took a $500,000 listing and said, hey, I need to reduce this by 5%, $25,000, it's going to move the affordability needle about this much, about, I don't know, $175 a month. But if you were to offer 2.5% the seller would offer that to the buyer as a 2-1 buy down. It's about $13,000 on a $500,000 loan. You move the affordability $600 or $700 a month. So a $500,000 loan, right, or a $500,000 house, if somebody's putting 5% down, or you're going to lower the rate, you're going to lower the price by 5%, moves the affordability needle just about like this. But if you could take 2.5% of that, save your listing 2.5%, and give the buyer a way to make a 2% less payment in year one, a 1% less payment in year two, you move the affordability like this, right? Because could be $800 or $900 a month less expensive in year one, $300 a month difference in year two. And when you plug all that in, but you really have to believe that there's better days coming when it comes to interest rates to do that. And I think we can show them where that makes sense. The reason you would do this is because you believe that better days are coming for interest rates. So the way it works is, on a $500,000, it's about $13,000 that the seller would have to provide as a subsidy for the buyer. That goes into an escrow account. Every time the buyer makes a payment, right? The first year 2%, we pull out of that subsidy and we make the investor whole at the 7% level, right? So that escrow account just continues to shrink every month that you make that subsidy payment, right? A year from now, if projections are correct and rates are at 5.25%, there's money left over in that account. That money is the buyer's.
That you can buy your refinance.
You could pay for your refinance. You could reduce the principal amount. You could add whatever that amount is and buy the points down. And so instead of having a 5, what does it mean to the buyer? It means that possibly whatever the rate is at the bottom of the market a year from now, you could use that money to do a refinance and buy the rate down. So possibly on a $500,000, that's about 3/4 of a point. The builders have been creating affordability their entire career, right?
Right.
What's really cool is that most sellers, well, 33% of all the homes in America that have been financed, are paid for in America. Another 33.8%, and this came from NAR, by the way, have more than 50% equity in them.
Really?
So there's money there. And so what you're about to see in December, January, February, March is you're going to see a seasonal adjustment to price.
Great information. And we thank you, Joe, for being here today. We're going to have some information on the back side of this. You can always look up the information below for Joe New and Cross Country Mortgage. And again, I'm Ivey Gilliland with the Ultimate Real Estate Group and Coldwell Banker in South Lake.
And you guys do a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. So.